Hello everyone. So today's video will be very interesting and it will give you some perspective on how traveling or my specific journey of traveling to multiple countries around 25-ish has impacted my trading. And yes, you might be thinking how traveling or has to do anything with the trading. So somebody is traveling does impact your trading behavior, and the exposure that you get definitely changes your risk tolerance. So most people think risk tolerance is a personality trait, right? They say, okay, things like, okay, I'm a conservative investor or I'm naturally risk taking. But honestly, after living and traveling across multiple countries, I have realized something important. Risk tolerance is not who you are. It is what you have been exposed to. So let me repeat. So risk tolerance is not who you are. It's what you have been exposed to. The point is risk is learned, not inherited. So I'll give you example. So when you grow up in one system, you internalize its rules, right? You learn like what's safe, what's rewarded, and what's punished without ever questioning it. But when you live in different countries, those rules are break. You break those rules. You realize there isn't one right way to live, to work, or build wealth, and that changes how you relate to risk. Okay, let me give you a concrete example. So when I used to live in Canada, right, I've spent around 8 years there. I noticed something interesting. Like people were comfortable changing careers, starting over, taking calculated risk, not because they were reckless, right, but because the system cushions failure. In India, it's a taboo. If you, let's say, if you are gonna leave your job after 15 years or redo what you wanted to do, it's the equation is different. Like family expectations are high, safety nets are weaker. The cost of failure is social, not just financial. So people optimize for stability, even when the returns are lower. Neither is right or wrong, but they program different risk behaviors than what we or most of the Indians do. I'm not don't want to generalize. That's why it's like not everyone, but most of the Indians' behavior is like that. This has to do to investing behavior. So you can see this directly in how people invest, right? In low exposure environments, investors hold losers too long, right? Stocks which are continuing losing, but still we continue to hold on to them, and because we avoid uncertainty and seek guarantees that don't exist. In high exposure environments, investors are more comfortable with probabilities, as we have spoken about it in the previous videos. They accept uncertainty. They size risk instead of avoiding it, and accordingly, market rewards the second mindset, right? Not because it's braver, because it's more realistic. And travel changed this for me personally. When you move countries, you constantly face uncertainty, right? New system, new rules, new norms, new culture. Whether it's your personal, professional, everything changes, right? You learn that uncertainty doesn't mean danger. It just means adaptation, right? And that carried directly into my trading. I stopped trying to avoid risk. Instead, I learned to size it, price it, and survive it. That single shift improved my decision making more than any strategy ever did, right? So it definitely has an impact. At least it happened to me, and that's why I wanted to share this. And trading and building companies, right, both live in uncertainty. If uncertainty scares you, you will make defensive decisions. You will exit too early. You will avoid good opportunities, and you will get stuck to certainty, right? But if you're comfortable with uncertainty, you have seen that, you've experienced that in different aspects of life, you make calmer decisions, right? Exposure trains that comfort, and that's why some of the best traders and founders I know are globally exposed, right? Not because they travel for fun, but because they have learned to operate without guarantees. So travel didn't make me take more risk. It taught me how to live with uncertainty, and that skill shows up everywhere. Honestly, whether it's in markets, it's in the company that I'm building, right? In my personal life, and if this resonates with you, do subscribe more on money, markets, and building without the noise. Thank you.